Failure, fault, and blame are the foundations of fiction and the not-self. Does your mind try to blame you for things like mine does? Does your mind convince you to believe in what it thinks about you and other people? Did you know that failure and fault are the foundations of fiction? Similar to the fear of false evidence appearing real, the whole ideas of fault and failure are flawed from their very premise. Fault is when you point the finger and blame someone or something as being the cause of your experience or our experiences, when in fact everything within the physical world is caused by the same origin source. The primordial vibration is another term for origin source. We simply filter what we receive through a system of self-reflection. Self-reflection or not, if you know what I mean. Failure to self-reflect accurately, otherwise stated as failure in any capacity, is another pointing of the finger and blaming. However, in this case, what I see is a temporal blame, finding fault in the timing of life, failing to see the beauty of what is, simply because of inaccurate self-reflection. You know, I've been studying base theory a lot lately, and things have really shifted in the way I see this world and my role within it. Base 4 can be called ego, and it relates to the subatomic particle known as the neutrino. Now, the role of ego? It is to interpret the data and energy of the neutrino into a sense of self. Literally. And for the second base, this can be called mind. It relates to electrons and thus electricity itself. Together with the third base, which can be called matter, and is related to the protons and the neutrons of the atomic nucleus, these two bases make up the whole atomic world, this physical world around us. While the first base of movement, of vibration, this is dark matter itself. This is the magnetic monopole. Though perhaps it would be better recognized as the gravitic or gravitation monopole, being the director of the separation hologram as it is. This is where site and environmental locations come from. These are made up of photons, another subatomic particle. These photons are what hold everything together into an experience through the agency of the monopole, into an experience of continuity. And from that sense of one thing happening after another, from all four of those bases working together, a fifth base is born. This is the personality, otherwise called empty space itself, or sound and form. And so each and every planetary activation that someone has is either coming through or resonating with exactly one of those five bases. Each and every one of us, in every single incarnation we have ever had, currently are having, and will have in the future, only ever been born through the same personality Sun-Earth base. Every single time. I am a base too, here to identify things in motion and remember the roles of integrating the spirit of mind. My body, however, is of base 1, here to be an individual that defines itself. It really feels like I was born to give authority over to my body. It is the most natural thing to trust in my body. This body can literally think and even talk for itself. And when I try to get involved with it, things would invariably go downhill. It feels so much better to simply let it be, to let myself be, to let you be. No, I don't have any control. Yes, I wouldn't have it any other way. I can still choose to accept what is right in front of me and make the very best of it for myself and for others that I possibly can. And I must believe that it's worth it. I must believe that the love I put out and into this world is worth more than I can even imagine. I will never know the full consequences of my actions, and I'm okay with that. What I do know is that it feels good to give love. I want to give more, not obsessively or to the detriment of myself, anyone, or anything else. For the benefit of all involved, I breathe this moment in deep and pay as much attention as I possibly can. What else is a receptive personality to do but enjoy the show? I could suffer it, though that practice, well, it left a bad taste in my mouth. If you have enjoyed the show and would like to learn more about how all of this applies specifically to you, then kindly refer to the link in this video's description, Private Consultation. Here, we can dive into all of the details together in a recorded call. May your signature vibration of satisfaction, success, peace, and surprise find you in a good way.